Hello, welcome. Well, here we are again. Elvis Talks About. Blimey, it's been a while, eh? I did one of these last year. I think I got 30 views, so probably 15 of those were me checking out the resolution and sound and everything. So for the 15 or so souls out there who viewed the last one, thank you. But hey, why do we do this anyway? Well, it's a good question. Why do I do what I do? It's kind of a creative outlet for me. So I've not been playing live in a band for a little while, so I do enjoy playing and improvising. So I get that fix by turning these cameras on and playing these guitars and pedals. And yeah, so thank you for those of you who do come along and join me. It's most appreciated, and especially thank you to my supporters on Patreon. Good people over there. Go and check them out if you feel so inclined. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, I've already started talking about why I'm doing this, you know. So I've been quiet for a little while. It's been a slow start to the year. Been a bit burnt out. Pushed myself a bit too hard last year. Yeah, so slowly building it up again. Got some busy things on with, you know, day job stuff that pays the bills, and yeah. But I am slowly getting back to it and enjoying it when I get a chance to play. Now my jazz master journey started last year I got the 12 string, as I've said before. Is that really a jazz master? Is it just an offset shaped 12 string with the hockey stick headstock? Anyway, it's good fun. It's a nice guitar. And then I got the Vintera 2, which looked great, but I had to send it back. You know, it wasn't representing the value that I expected for the price it was coming in at, for the price it cost. So, yeah, so I'm just moving back. I've noticed that my leg, sometimes I get a little sort of, I tap my foot a bit when I'm talking or when I'm playing, and I was doing it against the table and the camera's mounted on the table, so if we were getting a bit of unsteady cam, that would explain it. Yeah, so I sent that back. I got the lovely Chinese Squire, the J Mascis, the JM, gorgeous. And then someone outside on a motorbike. Just in case you wonder what that sound was, it wasn't my gas, the other gas, not the gas I'm talking about, the Jazzmaster gas. So yeah, January I was checking out on eBay, you know, completely got the Jazzmaster bug, and I just saw a second-hand Squire that had the Creamery wide range humbuckers installed, so I went for that. Obviously I'll link to these videos up there or wherever. Yeah, so you think, well, that's it, I've got the J Mascis, got the Squire with the Creameries, very nice. And I started gassing really hard on the Troy Van Leeuwen Oxblood, and I found one from the nice people at Rich Tone Music, and I went for it. Hopefully I'm cured for a little while now, you know. You know, so it's all of this gas things that, you know, cost a bit. It ain't cheap to buy these things. So, and there's only so many hours in a day to play these things. but I must admit, I did say last year in the gas video that I would try and let one go when I bring one in, and it kind of has happened. So I bought those 2 guitars this year, and I've let 2 guitars go, so that's a nice thing. I probably need to prune a little bit more, but that leads me on to, well, talking about Jazz Masters. As you know, regular viewers will know, I'm a bit of a Fender nut. I mean, there's an Epiphone there, just there. Okay, that's a gorgeous thing. I like Gibsons, I like Epiphones. There's a PRS there, the baritone, just there. That's also gorgeous. But there's 2 Fenders, both Mexican, the Strat and the Tele. I've got a few Squiers, as you know. I've got a few more Fenders. I'm a bit of a Fender head, you know. Which leads me on to, there's been quite a lot, I'm late to the party, whatever. But the new Fender Standard series, I don't really have an opinion, but crikey, so there's been so many opinions pouring out about these things. Fender making Squier and putting a Fender logo on the, you know, Indonesian guitars, putting a Fender logo on a Squier, blah, blah, blah. They're no good, they are good. You know, so many opinions. So some people really hate them and haven't tried them. Some people really love them and haven't tried them. Some people have tried them and love them. Some people have tried them and hate them. You know, I think ultimately, I get it. You know, if you want to spend $500, get a Fender on the headstock, that's your investment. Prices, global finance, whatever, the cost of living has risen since, you know, the pandemic and the component shortage. All of this has driven prices up. You know, any excuse to hike the prices up. And guitars definitely have gone up a bit. So your entry level guitars now are sort of, you know, with a branded guitar, sort of 700 quid touch to mid-range being 1500. And so for Fender to bring that entry level down to 500, probably a good thing. You know, I'm sure there's going to be people buy these guitars and be really happy with them. From the reviews, the people happy with them were saying nice things like the frets are good and the necks feel good. I'm not surprised. I've got quite a few Squiers and they're really well set up. They're made in the same factory. Some of the Squiers have Alnico pickups. The Fenders have these ceramic, which in the demos sound a bit muddy. Would it appeal to me? No, but then, you know, I do understand the appeal of these things. And let's face it, who doesn't love a bargain? So, you know, I've got guitars that cost 150 quid or bucks or whatever, and I thoroughly enjoy them. You know, once you dial them in, you start playing, as long as it's comfortable and you know, getting a few pedals going through an amp and you're just getting the vibes going and getting a jam. It doesn't matter what it says on the headstock or how much it costs. If you're enjoying it and, you know, having fun making some sounds, that's kind of the point, isn't it? That's what matters really. And I'm just joining in the general debate here. I'm not trying to play devil's avocado or anything else like that, you know. It's fascinating. I get why Fender have done that. No one bats an eyelid at Mexican Fenders. We had the Chinese Fenders a decade or so ago. I was just before Christmas. I was in Wales, funny enough, in Welshpool. I went to a music shop and they had a Fender Telecaster in the window, centre of display. So it's clearly the draw, and it drew me in. It really did. Ooh, there's a telly. Let's go and have a look. So I asked them to show me, and lo and behold, I looked at it. Okay, you know, turn around on the headstock, made in China. I was like, blimey, it's a Chinese Telecaster. And I had a little look. I wasn't interested in buying it, but I was interested in seeing what it was. And they had it, you know, a reasonable price, so probably about as much as the Indonesians cost at the moment. And then lo and behold, a month later, there's all this fuss about the Indonesian Fenders, and you know, we've had Chinese Fenders 10 years before. We've Mexican Fenders are established. American Fenders are a bit more expensive. But you know, when you get into the price of things, I mean, look at Gibson. Their prices went crazy, and then Epiphone prices started going through the roof. So it's just the world we live in. There's been a little bit of a calming down of the Epiphone prices, and I think even some of the Gibsons have come down a bit. So you can manufacture something, you can put a price on it. It's only going to sell if someone wants it and is willing to pay that price for it. Yeah, it's quite simple. On reflection, and by contrast, if you look at the pedals market, they haven't really gone mad. The pricing hasn't gone mad, you know. So we were in a situation where you were between 100 and, you know, 150, 250 for a decent guitar pedal. It's around the same price. You know, they haven't really, and it's difficult for everyone. It's difficult for the manufacturers, difficult for the resellers, distribution. It ain't easy. It's difficult for us with the gas. You know, we've got to pay our rent, keep a roof over our head, keep food on the table. Blimey. Well, let's just hope we can keep on keeping on, and let's hope we get to a point where, you know, things settle down a bit, and yeah. For me personally, I'm looking for. I've got a backlog of stuff I want to try. I've really enjoyed playing my Jazzmasters lately, but I've got some pedals that I haven't tried yet, and I've had for a few months, so I really need to get around it. As I say, I think I kicked off by saying I've been a bit fatigued, so yeah, just catching up with myself, trying to stay on top of work things, and it's getting to a point now where I feel I am catching up with myself a bit, feeling less fatigued. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to be a little bit more productive, and I'm looking forward to that, getting some more jams on. I mean, I just did the one last week where I used the Boss Slicer, right? That pedal cost me 79 quid, 79 pounds, which, you know, if you're using a pound for dollar equivalents, which isn't how the currencies work, but it is quite often how the companies work, then a 79 bucks, less than 80 bucks. And I was thinking about this. I was out with some friends, and you know, we bought in a bar a couple of bottles of wine, a couple of rounds of drinks. You could buy that pedal for a couple of rounds of drinks. So it's not expensive. And there's so much fun to be had with these things. I mean, I'm really grateful for that. So thank you, Boss. Thank you, Keeley. Thank you, OBNE, Chase Bliss. All of these manufacturers. You know, for Wampler, JHS, a lot of them. It's really appreciated that you keep putting out the good stuff. Oh, thank you, Analog Man. Finally got the King of Tone after waiting for 6 years, and it's worth the wait. So yeah, there we go. I suppose a little bit of a rant, but ultimately I'm grateful. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on the pedals and doing some more pedalscapes, which is what I do. I'll probably do some remixing of the older material, which is also what I do, just to keep the content consistent. more shorts. The shorts seem to be going down reasonably well at the moment, and maybe a little more talking head stuff like this. If there's anybody out there, hello, is there anybody out there? Anyway, I've been going on now for a little bit, so I better get ready to sign off, because this might not even work. You know, I might go in to edit this and all the audio's out of sync. I should talk a bit about a little bit about the audio. So I've got the Rode, what's it called? Crikey. Mic Go 2, is it? I don't know. What's it called? Yeah, Video Mic Go 2. So I'm trying something else. I thought, I know, I'll attach the shotgun mic to the camera. So, you know, quite often I have like this thing here, you know, and I thought I'd try a shotgun mic out of the frame, you know, sort of look. I quite often watch the German HP 42's channel, and more than once he's had a go about people having a microphone right here. So I thought, oh, I'll give a shotgun mic a go, plus I can attach it straight to the camera. Bonus. Well, I tried it attached straight to the camera. Because of the way I'm recording direct to the PC, man, the sync was all over the place. So what I've done now is fortunately the Rode Mic 2 has a USB out, so I've used the USB out. It's still attached to the camera up there. I've got the USB out going separately into OBS. With this, I've had to take the resolution down from 4K to 1K, so from 4K to HD, because it was getting a bit choppy. It's an older PC. I've got a newer PC. I'll set that up and get it working, see if I can get that working okay with 4K, and then eventually working in this manner, I'm hopefully I'll be able to get some live pedalscapes going. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So what do you reckon about that, live pedalscapes? If you got any thoughts about what I've talked about, then please do speak to me down below. Get the comments going, get the conversation going, carry on the conversation, join in. Thank you for watching. Come back, watch another video. My name's Matt. Please like, subscribe and comment. YouTube cliche. Who doesn't love a YouTube cliche? Blah 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 blah. Join me on Patreon. Join the lovely friends on Patreon. You'd be most appreciated. Hope to see you over there. Come back, watch another video. Blah blah blah. See you later. Bye bye.